What is going on, everybody? Just putting this one off. So, today we are playing Jeskai Tempo, actually. It's a Jeskai Tempo list. With Geist of Sintraft, Spell Quellers, and all the usual suspects. Search for Scanta as our draw engine and really late game powerhouse. Other than that, usual Jeskai Tempo list. It does have pretty good matchups against Hollow Ones and the likes, so that's why we're trying it out today. I've already played a couple of leagues during the weekend, and we went 4-1 2 times and 3-2 also 2 times, also 3-2 2 times, yeah. And then Saturday I wanted to play the Modern Challenge, but my Manus Traders account was only being renewed like that night, so I thought it was gonna be in the morning, and I didn't have any more mana hours, only have a gold subscription there, so I couldn't participate in the Modern Challenge, sadly. But it was beautiful weather in Berlin, and so I got to spend it outside. Jeskai Tempo, is this the correct one? Might be, looks good. Yep, looks good. So was playing Counterflux before. I'm gonna replace that with Molten Rains. Then we have 3 different ways of getting rid of our opponent's problematic lands, such as opposing Search for Scantas and the likes, that really dig us out of the game. What else? So Jeskai very well positioned in a very aggressive meta. It is way less complex than a Grixis shell, but it's still fun, you know, fun to play. Probably also fun to watch. The matchups in general are a little more lopsided. Like, you have matchups where you basically cannot lose, and then you do have matchups where you cannot win, can hardly win, and that's what I don't like, generally speaking. But what did I throw out here? I do have. I don't know if we need Iganjo. Maybe we do. Despite of this one. So Magic Online fucking around again with, so we found them quicker than usual, the suspects, and now we only have to put in Molten Rains here, and then we're good to go. Alright, competitive Modern League. John League. And let's play a league match. So, just by the way, so I do have, where is it? Leg. Okay, so we do have 32 qualify points now, 9 of which were 3-0s, 5-0s, 5-0 leagues, and so therefore 23 were 4-1s, and I'm only on Magic Online for 1.5 months now, so we're trying to catch the last qualifier, Mox qualifier, for which you need 35 qualifier points in order to participate. Just shutting that one off and keeping this one. So generally speaking, I think that the meta has shifted already in. All the really graveyard heavy decks aren't really in the meta anymore. At least on Magic Online. So let's see. This is probably Saheeli. And there it comes already. Turn 2 of Saheeli. That is fucked up. So we need to counter the Spell Queller next turn. Not the Spell Queller, the Felidar Guardian, in case he has it. Well, Snapcaster Mage in and by itself a good draw. Let's top it here. And then we still have to somehow keep up until we can also resolve Snapcaster Mage, of course, in order to threaten Saheeli. Electrolyze really good in the matchup in general, but awfully slow here. I've had a wonderful day, by the way. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm in a really good mood. Yeah, I need to let that resolve. They also do play, so Coiling Oracle also a good target for our Electrolyze next turn. And now he's crying in order to improve his Coiling Oracle draw here. So he's cried to the bottom. Let's see if he hits a land. Felidar Guardian, oh my god. Okay, so he doesn't have a land in hand. If we go Snapcaster Mage now, attack Saheeli Rai, then kill Coiling Oracle as well as birds. That might be something that we can do, right? And then we can counter the Felidar Guardian at some point, hopefully. So we're gonna bring this in. Oh my god. Horrible draws here. Moto is at it again. So we're killing these two. Getting a sweet 3-for-1 here. That's also a good draw. Next turn we might be able to kill Saheeli and keep Logic Node up at the same time. I don't know, like if he does have a Lotus Cobra and a fetch land, and then he can go and do really broken stuff. So let's see what he did. Straight to the top, there's a Lotus Cobra. Hopefully no land. Good. Okay, so I'm thinking about killing the Lotus Cobra here. Still keep attacking with our Snapcaster Mage. And then we try to resolve, or not resolve, but we're going to play our Celestial Colonnade next turn and then have it threaten him as soon as possible. There's another Lotus Cobra. Definitely gonna counter that one. Don't want to have anything on board here that can block our Snapcaster Mage. Might have been a mistake though. Of course, if he draws another... Yep. another land here, then we just die. So we need to keep our Snapcaster Mage up. Tappedout Guardian, of course, can just bounce Saheli. If he goes for it, we're probably dead here. Can only hope that he just didn't draw a land here. Okay, put a card on top. There's Reflector Mage. Sure. That is a fine deal. Wanted to have that back anyway. Now we're going to kill Saheli. We're going to Iganjo. So we're going to kill Saheli here. He's going to bring in Tappedout Guardian and bounce the Oath of Nissa. That of course isn't great, but I don't think that he can combo off this turn. He would need 7 mana, and he also has all these shitty 5-drops that are, I mean, shitty for us, like really powerful 5-drops like Thragtusk and, you know, all that kind of things that you can blink with Saheli. Or copy with Saheli. Yeah, there's the lands. Question being, so he's gonna bring down this Tappedout Guardian here. We're not under a lot of pressure yet, but it is becoming problematic. So, Huntmaster of the Fells. Interesting. Okay. We need to kill Huntmaster because of the Tappedout Guardian. And if it flips, then we also do have a problem. So 2, 3, and then we still have opt up. Let's have a look first what we can draw here. Snapcaster made certainly a draw that we want. And then we are going to deploy Fairy Conclave here. So we do have additional threats in the air if we need it. And by now, I mean, like, we just need one more turn to stabilize, and then we actually have control over the game to a certain degree. And I mean, of course, you can Tappedout Guardian and then blink the Reflector Mage, but that's probably not so good. I'll block the wolf here. No problem. There's oh, Shalai. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Okay, so we're going to play out Sacred Foundry here. And we do have a Geist. How far does a Geist take us? Otherwise, cannot kill with Lightning Helix, so we need Snapcaster, Electrolyze. We need another red source, right? So Shalai, definitely a problem, definitely problematic. Yeah. So he's sandbagging the Felidor Guardian for obvious reasons. But this way we do get a little bit of information about what's going on. Also, he can't really attack into our colonnade. There's Calling Oracle, which of course is great for electrolyze in our hand, but okay, so I'm probably gonna go counter and bounce. Yep. Shalai is really annoying, and this one I'm also just gonna kill this. And we do not have access to really a lot. Then we can deploy our okay. So this going down, this is gonna be that one. Going to attack, and then we're trying to catch a Sahili, a Felidor Guardian, or Shalai. Still have electrolyze up for more Calling Oracle. There's Felidor Guardian. So if we take this one here, it definitely has another copy, right? He wants to stonewall our Geist. Can we win next turn? Put him to 11. This attacks for L. Yeah, we actually do have lethal on board here. So, no. Good. In between, I thought we might have drawn too many lands, but worked out in the end. So we could bring in Ruined Halo as a protection mechanism against Felidor Guardian, but to be honest, don't think that's really a good thing because they pack a lot of value as well. Molten Rain. Theoretically, they need a lot of mana, and we could definitely like cripple them in that way. But actually, I don't really want anything here. Molten Rain would be interesting. This would be interesting. This year, I mean, they do play Oath on Nissa. Don't think they play Curse of Krufix. There is not really anything that I want here. I think we're just going with our original 60. Gerade keine Zeit, oder? Entschuldige. Was denn? Oh, danke. Sorry for that. Oh, I just got mail. Opening it here. Oh, that's not really well packaged. Opponent doesn't want to play with this, but he needs to deploy something soon because we do have a powerful hand. No removal though. Okay, definitely gonna counter the Lotus Cobra. And this is, by the way, Lotus Cobra. I like it so much that she's back in the meta. It's really, really nice. I shouldn't have fetched for a non-basic here. This was a mistake. They do play Blood Moons. I should have gone for a basic. I was irritated there. Would have had to be a basic island though. So wouldn't have been so helpful, but Yeah, so I got Phyrexian Scriptures in foil. 2 copies, I believe. Shall I meet our Spell Queller? Because you're a pain in the ass, buddy. A pain in the ass. Alright, already feeling pretty smooth here. He doesn't have any of the mana sources for his Aili. Now he does, probably. I don't even know. Can Saeli? Sure. There's Saeli, right? Sure. So next turn, Saeli's incoming. So I need to. It's a creature token that's going to target you control. Okay, so he cannot copy our Spell Queller, which is important. So we're going to counter Saeli. We could put him on pressure here. Like, do we want to have the bolt rotting in our hands, or is this a too aggressive line? We have Path to Exile though. This might be a little bit too aggressive, but we are in a pretty decent position here. Our opponent is apparently choked on the right mana sources. And we can attack for 4. And to be honest, if we were to deploy a Geist here, we can also do it next turn, then he's definitely dead. I just want to prevent, like, with the Lotus Cobra, with fetch lands, you can still go up decent amounts, like generate 5 mana and then go Saeli and copy Lotus Cobra or something, and then Ghost Quarter or something, you get 2 additional mana, and then you might somehow be able to get a Felidor Guardian into play. Felidor Guardian for 0 value. So he just wants to not lose to a Colonnade here. We do have a Lightning Helix, so should be over. He cannot even fetch anything or he's dead. Instant dead. Yep. Alright, pretty easy game. As I said, like, some of the matchups are really lopsided and you don't feel like there's a fight at all. Also Spell Queller, like in the creature heavy matchups, it's just insanely good. Yeah, 1 or 2 words about Jeskai in comparison to Grixis or Espa. So of course, you're best served when playing this in a... Like, I do not understand why people are playing Jeskai as a control shell, because generally speaking, Esper and Grixis just have the better controlling elements to them, and Jeskai just focuses on tempo, right? All of the cards in your hand, everything focuses on tempo, and therefore you should not prevent yourself from using that advantage, but actually enhance it or boost it. And therefore, like, I do not believe that lists running Secure the Ways and all these planeswalkers and stuff are actually on the right path. The white's way better shell for planeswalkers, because you do need some kind of win condition at the top end. As a Jeskai player, you don't need that. It's like you're driving your car, your Porsche, with oh my goodness, again Storm. So much Storm going on here. Storm's really making a comeback. which is awkward because, you know, everybody's access to damping sphere, nobody's using it. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, it's like driving a Porsche with 250 kilometers per hour on the autobahn, and then decide to just go all in on your brakes out of nowhere with no visible reason whatsoever. Okay, so of course we'd like to deploy Geist here, but I'm 100% certain that if we deploy Geist, we're just gonna lose next turn. If we had like a Bolt, then I would consider it, because with only 3 mana, they are likely to need a mana dork to be able to combo off, but without it, then it's just, I mean, we wouldn't need more mana anyway, so we have one more turn to draw into Bolt here, but generally speaking, like, these are the positions where you just lose. We need to have a couple more cards in our graveyard in order to make our logic not better. So, and we also want to have a couple more counter spells. I'm sure that him attempting to play something here was a Baral. Okay. So next turn, if he doesn't do anything here, we might be able to deploy our Geist and then have a clock going. But that also depends a lot on whether or not. Alright, so there's Baral, as I said. See what he does here. Nothing, and he doesn't have a land drop. So he does have a second Baral in hand. Almost certain of that. So if you deploy the Geist, he doesn't draw a land, or only draws, like, say, one of these. Okay, so he also does have a counterspell, huh? Do you want to waste it here? So all the storm lists are running like definitely not gonna happen, mates. Definitely not gonna happen. So this is the crux, right? This is the crux right here. You can be up with so many different things and you still are gonna lose. Okay, now I'm just gonna deploy our guys here, and now we need to survive this round. We're fighting over anything with all lightning. Well, actually, don't even know if we want to logic not. Like anything. Oh, we probably want to. Because if he has another remand off of a Baral, oh my god. So there's Baral again. He had Noxus Revival. So he wants to try to combo off here. There's Baral. Yeah, I think we need to counter it. What's more important, electrolyze or lightning helix? Probably electrolyze in case he emptied the warrants like out of desperation, then has like 8 tokens or something in play. Okay, so we survived the turn, barely, I do think. So he has a lot of stuff in his hand, a lot of rituals, a lot of stuff, and we only have 1 red mana source, so we're a little bit constrained here, a little bit too much white. If he doesn't finish it now though, then yeah, there's a land. Can he do it without having cast Gifts Ungiven? Can he go off? Okay, apparently deciding that it's not. Or maybe he redecided here. Hopefully he didn't. Just testing the waters here, apparently. By the way, Phyrexian Scriptures in foil, gorgeous. Gorgeous. Make Modern great again. So he definitely has a Grave Shot in hand. He's uncertain about what we have. 4 cards, yeah, generally speaking, that's not enough. Okay, put on top. I'm gonna lightning helix him. Okay, not really helpful, lightning helix here. Geist, get it, get him. So what happens if he does have remounts? Then we probably want to do it in his turn, right? There's definitely Gifts Ungiven that he's thinking about. Alright. Alright, got you, opponent, got you. So on the draw, I'm definitely gonna take guys out. It was superb here, but well, maybe. Oh, let's see. We do want to have the Dispels. Don't want to have the Path to Exiles. Really not good here in the matchup. So Ruined Halo, problematic because we cannot name goblins. So their main win condition post-board. Molten Rain could be good in certain circumstances. What else? I mean, we can bring in Sell the Wreckage. Well, let's bring in 1 Settle and 1 Ruined Halo, so we have something against both of their win conditions. 2 Sell the Wreckages feels like overkill. Feels like overkill. All right. Of course, guys, an insanely fast clock once you can deploy it, but I mean, it's so tough. Like, whenever you tap out for 3 on your turn, so likely that you're just gonna lose when you chip the turn. Of course, this spell hedges a little bit against that, but still, very, very tough. Also empty the warrants, like they don't really need to go off, like 10 goblin tokens and your guys is being rendered insignificant. Do we want to take a look at our list again? Yes, we do. 3 electrolyzers, because all of the lingering souls tokens and all of the little stuff that's running around, also cycling, like our whole deck is focused on just dealing damage and surviving up until we can deal damage. Oh man, I think we need to chip this. Doesn't look like we could be keeping. Okay. Our opponent kept his hand. Oh man, I should really stop this whole clicking. But now that I mentioned it, you'll probably focus on it even more. So we're gonna play Arid Mesa here. Fetch for 8 Steam Ends. So there was a time when Storm was playing Blood Moons. Search for Scanta. Yeah, I was actually thinking about bringing in the Wear-Tears, but it always depends on the Storm player if they bring Search for Scanta in, so we might need it. But we brought in, never mind, we brought in Molten Rains, so actually we did pretty well. Right? Yeah, we brought in Molten Rains. Good. So we can kill the Search for Scanta if he flips it. He drew the card off the search trigger, and I'm inclined to think that it was a land here. Zero visions. So we really want to have a spell queller in order to apply pressure and just do stuff. I do think there is a book by the Rain Man guy, blah blah blah, that do stuff, that he just published. What's his name? Dustin Hoffman, maybe. What do we need? We need blue. Do have red. Again, deploying guys here. We need to drain a little bit of his resources first, or have Dispel up. Like if he's choked on mana, then we might be able to do it next turn. And then we would let a Dork resolve. Okay, he's not choked on mana. Okay, is our hand getting better from here? Probably isn't. We have 2 Dispels and Lightning Bolts. That is still plenty good. Doesn't feel great. Definitely doesn't feel great, but we have so many flash threats as well. And he's just drawing his cards, of course, because why wouldn't he? We need him to go for it now, though. Good, good. Go for it. Go for it, go. Come on, Forest, go. Don't overthink it, man. Don't overthink it. There's Brawl. Gonna let that resolve. So let's see. Now we're gonna fight here, end of turn. Wanna Lightning Helix it. Get back a little bit of this sweet life that we had lost before. And then now, if he's casting or attempting to cast Gifts Ungiven, then we're going to counter it with the Dispel. Then hopefully draw a land. Yep. And now also, I mean, we only have these two accessible to us right now. So we are going to deploy our guys now. Yep. Need to. It's not pretty by any means. It's not pretty, but he can flip his Search for Scanner now. So we do need a little bit of pressure here, and also like the color combination doesn't allow us to play Logic Knot and Dispel together or the likes of that. So he binned a Zero Visions, interesting. So he definitely wanted to get his Search for Scanner going. This spell providing a little bit of security here, but only if he goes for Baral and then, I don't know, wastes a little bit of mana. He only has 4 cards in hand, so he also doesn't have infinite amounts of resources, and he might have brought in like some weird stuff such as Wipe Away or Shadow Storm. I've seen players board Shadow Storm against me because of Damping Sphere. All that kind of stuff. Or you just pass the turn and rely on your Search for Scanner to do all the heavy lifting. So of course this is only a 3-turn clock. Like, can we kill him next turn? He goes to 9. Yeah. I'm pretty certain that if he doesn't win this turn, like the coming turn, then we can kill him. Let's see. Still have a little bit of stuff up here. You can of course wipe away the angel token or something like that. And remand, you say? Okay. So, okay, he's not even shocking the Steam Vents, so he doesn't want to go for it here. Alright. Good to know, bro. Good to know, bro. I'll put that one out there to redraw. There's a land. Do we want to bolt him here? Oh, we do have plenty of. Put on the bottom. We just. Oh my god, we just need a fucking blue source, not this one. Let's see. Okay. So we can definitely kill him next turn, right? Do we need the Celestial Colonnade here, or do we want to have So considering a mountain here to play mountain because of his remand, like say he has 2 remands in his hand, and then but he needs to wipe away or unsubstantiate for the Geist. Yeah, I don't think that there's gonna be another turn after this one. So either we get it or we don't. We have a couple of counters, of course, for it. And he's lucky here. He only has 1 remand. We could have, you know, anything except for like drawing 2 lands exactly in this moment where like we needed lands all the way before. But he still needs to go off. We do know about the remands. He knows that he's dead next turn. Problem is that we don't have any redraws. We're left with whatever's going to happen here. Also, again, we didn't draw any monomorphs, alright. So, and he needs to go for the grape shot kill. It is not enough. I mean, wipe away, of course, still an out for him, but he does need 3 mana for it. And he needs to kill us with great shots if he wants to go off. And apparently he wants to go off without a mana dork. So we'll let the first one resolve. We do know about the remand, so we're gonna counter the second one. Is he gonna splice here? Yeah, he spliced. So we're gonna attempt to counter this one. Because he spliced it, so we can actually make up a little bit of cards here and mana. So of course his remand isn't good here, right? He needs to have a dispel by himself. And then he also might have to keep something up for the Geist next turn. So we put him into an awkward position here. We do know he has another ritual in hand. 2, so he can go up to 5. That's still not enough for a Pass and Flames. And he doesn't have mana dork. So what do you do, mates? Also, of course, spending mana for remand here doesn't make any sense. Okay, so has 4 cards to work with, one of which is probably Pass and Flames. So this is it Steadycaster? Nope, that's in Desperate Ritual, sure. Opponent also took like double the time that we did. He also needs to cobble together 15 damage here. And if he finds another land, like say a Sheevan Reef, he managed to not use like damage himself with the Sheevan Reef this turn, which sometimes can be problematic, of course. So he needs to have another ritual. And if he does, then we might have a problem. Alright, so there's a ritual going up to 5. Still, so 1 remand in hand. So 2 more cards. Come on, come on. So it's probably Pass and Flames and nothing. Come on, draw nothing, man. Draw nothing. Something, but that's nothing. Or a tap land. Tap land would be great. Great draw. There's Goblin Electromancer. That's interesting. Let's see what he does now. So he has one remand, one unknown card, and empty the warrants. Oh no! Oh no! He has the mana to remount it, but then he can't recast it, right? He doesn't have the mana. He's still dead. He can remount, but then he needs to draw into... I don't understand. Yeah, right. So, when he attempts to remount the thing, in order to draw another card and then play Grape Shot again, we need to kill the Grape Shot so that he doesn't... Yeah. So now he needs to draw another red source. Nothing else. Red source or he dies. Yes! Blue source. Great. Props to ourselves. So if we didn't kill the Electromancer in response, of course, then also draws like Manamorphose, for instance. No, Manamorphose would also not have been good. Actually, don't even think that there was any other out than a red source there. But he played to his outs, so it's fine. Good that we boarded Geist back in again. Actually pretty decent in the matchup, gotta say. If you don't have anything better to do, you know, can still go for the Geist. By the way, last Friday the stream was pretty decent. It was pretty nice. A lot of fun. If you haven't checked that out, check it out. Griggs control there. Initially our training around for the Modern Challenge, but I already told you that I couldn't play that one. Yes, we would like the Gunslingers. Todd Stevens, what a go. What is up? Okay. So let's see if he wants to outvalue us here with the value town, or what he's going to do. Might also be on Eldrazi. I think he's testing Eldrazi right now. Let's see. In any case, we do have a decent hand. Alright. He's actually playing a really undecent type of deck. But he doesn't have the hardened scales yet. So he's playing hardened scales, modular stuff. Want to have the search box counter going here first. Edge champion? No, walking ballista, alright. So I mean, that's not really a lot yet. Might even be able to deploy our Geist first. Depending what he has what he has in hand. Yeah, let's do that. Put that in our graveyard. mean, he could have an edge champion or something. He could also have just land. Doesn't feel like would be good to like just path one of these. There's another land. See what he comes up with. Could of course power up the walking ballista, and the outbound workers can of course also put their counters on the walking ballista. But he might also just be left with another land in hand. Land in hand. So we're just looking for removal here. Like we need heavy removal. Or Snapcaster Mages, that's also fine. We do have our threat in play. We did have a decent curve. And we also do have the Iganjo's Castle to protect our Geist, which is pretty nice. Okay, puts a counter on the walking ballista. He's going to attack us. Untap target artifact. So I don't understand. Is there something I'm missing here? Walking ballista cannot. Ah. He wants to shoot one Arcbound worker to get the modular onto the other one that we block. Not bad, Todd. Not bad. Alright, we're gonna let it slip. Good. This turn we can do it. We do have removal. Nope, I don't want to put that into our graveyards. Are we going to attack here though? I mean, we can still wall the Arcbound workers, of course, but the walking ballista is just going to grow. I would actually want him to put the counters on the Inkmoth Nexus. So then we can actually kill it. Okay. Sacrifice an artifact, proliferate. That is somewhat annoying. Okay, I'm thinking about killing off that thing here, so that he has to have make a move. Okay. So now it's only 2 Arcbound workers. Of course, I mean, the throne thing here, very annoying, but we do have Iganjo, and in this situation it's pretty good. Although, of course, Proliferate only says one additional counter, right? I do think. And it also only gives creatures with counters new counters. So he needs to activate Inkmoth Nexus here in order to move the counters there. But I like the attack. Like, that was a sweet play. Gotta say, Todd. Gotta say. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm gonna let it happen here. Don't care about the infect damage, actually. If he just wants to make it 3, I do not think that he will want to, but it's possible. And I don't mind taking 2 plus Inkmoth Nexus here. Alright, so he can pay 1, untap artifact with Voltaic Key. So that he can sacrifice something again. So these are getting 1 counter each. Then if he sacrifices another one, no. So that's 4 damage on the board. Plus infect. I mean, he knows that it's not gonna get better from here, right? As I said, I don't really care about the infect damage. So I'm just gonna go ahead and opt here. Thundermaw. Probably not a top choice here. Well, that would have been good that turn. Put Flutterstrand to the graveyard. We might need it. We might need it. So what happens if we go... What happens if we go kill, like Lightning Helix this one? Then he wants to put... No, we have to do it differently. He can also still activate the Inkmoth Nexus. Well, I want to restrain him a little bit of his abilities here. So, what can we do? If we kill the... Like, if we Lightning Helix 1 Outbound Ravager, 1 Outbound Worker, we are not getting the life. So I'm thinking about... So this is red. This would have to fetch for red as well. Or we just block something. We can't quite kill him here. I mean, we might also draw into something, but that's not a given. So he untaps the thing, sacrifices something, gets stuff on there, then we kill one. It's not great, it's not great. So we have to sacrifice our Geist. Is it gonna get better? I don't think it's gonna get better here. Okay, weird play. Weird play by Todd there. I don't. All right. Yeah. So now it's a little bit easier for us. All right. So it turned out to go pretty well into our direction. And now we're going to attack, go to town. If we can flip, yeah, we flip search for Scanta next turn and then he dies. Don't know what he could draw here that saves him. All right. Todd Stevens scooping it up. Do want to have more? All right, so let's think about it, right? Do want to have these? Probably do want to have Molten Rains against the creature lands. Do want to have these? Do want to have all of these? Well, we have a couple of possibilities at least. We do need all of our removal, which is pretty good. Thundermahel Kite, not so good. Geist, on the draw, pretty slow. And they do have a lot of creatures that are outpowering us. So, Ruined Halo, slow. Sony Silence, definitely. These, definitely coming in. These are also definitely coming in. And then there's Settle the Wreckage, which they cannot play around, other than with the Walking Ballista. Do think that our traditional counter magic has gotten a little weaker. Bolts aren't great as well, as are electrolyzers. Probably get rid of one electrolyzer. Now Lightning Helix seems to be pretty good. Not another electric. Yeah, alright. Okay, let's see. Let us see. Well, okay. Do have a lightning bolt. There's hardened scales. Welding jar definitely problematic for us. I think we have to shy away from white first. We do want to have logic not up. We probably do want to use the bolt here, so that we do have turn 3 bolt again with a Snapcaster Mage. Outbound Worker. Multi-key, alright. Yeah, so we're gonna fetch Force Demons here. We need red for the bolt, we need... well, you get it. Let's see if he uses the welding jar here already. he does. Okay. So this gives us a couple of good options here. Could, for instance, kill this thing in response. Not anymore. So he's just going to move it to the Ingmoth Nexus. Unless he's going to deploy something here. Okay, definitely don't want to have a walking ballista on the board. Worst card to have in play of them all. Okay, decent draw. So we have bold and ceremonious rejection, so we can let them attack us. He activates Ingmoth Nexus, puts the counters on there. Sadly, we cannot stop that one, but this is still fine because we have the Snapcaster Mage and he needs to activate the Ingmoth. Yeah. Okay, so we need to survive this turn, and then we have Cryptic to bounce the Ingmoth Nexus, and then we should be out of the woods. Well, we're going to take some infect damage here. Which for some reason, I don't know why that is, but like infect for me is always like infect's always a gamble. What do you do, mates? Alright, just attacking with the Ingmoth Nexus. Getting in for the... Alright. So we have a couple of options here. Ancient Stirrings. Yep, resolves. We could catch it with a Spell Queller, but if he activates the Ingmoth Nexus, then we're going to bounce that one. I think Hardened Scale is also very annoying, and we do have a couple of cards against it. Arcbound Ravager, the most annoying of them all. Hate the card. Definitely hate the card. And there's a Walking Ballista. So the Walking Ballista I'm going to catch with the Spell Queller, because that's our least... It's just going to come in with 0 counters on it once they kill the Spell Queller, so it's not a problem. Shouldn't be, at least. Okay, I'm not going to attack here. So that we can block the Ingmoth Nexus, and there's another Hardened Scales. This 2 Hardened Scales is always pretty problematic. I just need to kill all of his threats, all of them. And we have the means to. I mean, we do have a lot of options. There's Arcbound Ravager. I think it's gonna Ceremonious Rejection it here. Search for Scanta. Should we be playing that here? Or should we be waiting for another? Probably should have played the Snapcaster Mage also for us to be able to attack here. So we're just gonna get in. So now we're gonna snap bolt, I think. Can also wait till the end of turn, but then we're very susceptible to additional copies. So bolt, and then snap bolt. Hangerback Walker. Oops. Yeah, when Hangerback dies, so it's only a die ability here. Do I want to have search? Yes, I do. I'm gonna block with the Snapcaster Mage. Might have been a little bit too aggressive. Might have been too aggressive. There's a land. So we block it. Okay. Well, no. I think we want to use that. Six corners. Sure. Do your thing. Do your thing, Todd. We're just gonna bounce it. He can sacrifice it by now, like right now. And then we still have Settle the Wreckage in case we draw a second white mana source. So we're gonna block it here. And then he would be able to sack it, right? So we're gonna go counter target spell, return target permanent to its owner's hand. Contra, bounce. So we can flip Search for Scanter. That doesn't really help us well with getting whites, but at least we're making a little bit of headwaves here. Yes, put into graveyard, yes. Okay, there is white. So we can actually get rid of it, and it is 4. We don't have Search for Scanter. Has a puzzle to play here, but that's still fine. Mox Opal doesn't do anything. Yep, Hangerback Walker doesn't do anything. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Attack for 6 here. Okay. So one more dead row and he's dead. What do you have, Todd? Alright, what up? Duo against Todd Stevens. And 6-0 overall. So pretty good up until now. Could be better. No, actually could be better. Just kidding. The hype train continues. Well, Mulligan. No red sauce. And not a good hand. Man, I should stop, like, you know, overstretching our luck. And then, like, I shouldn't talk about it so much. Okay. Just playing the... I could also have played the Fairy Conclave. Actually, oh my god. My god. The worst possible of them all. Urban Anathema. Yeah. I mean, unlikely that we're gonna win here. But post-ball we do have... Whoops. Sorry. No, I do have a hiccup. Got too excited there. So, probably hitting us with the Karn. Turn 3. Good that we have good old Tron in the meta, right? Man, everybody loves Tron. Tron. Okay, so no Karn in hand. But a Wormcoil Engine. Wormcoil Engine, of course, not a problem for our deck. We're gifting him access to green mana, but, you know, you can't have it all. We'd like to find counterspells, though. That is a counterspell. And we're gonna get rid of the Wormcoil Engine. So until we meet a Karn, an Ulamog, we will need to have more lands and a Snapcaster Mage. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, it's a counter. If we had another path to exile, then we could just bounce draw, but another Wormcoil Engine. So opponent's not short on threats. Threats. I'm always saying like threats. Like strings or something. I don't know why. Threats though. Yeah, so I mean, usually like I don't give matchups up, but this feels pretty over. Just want to see what he's doing here. Yeah, I mean, there's no way we get rid of the Karn once it's at 10 without like. All right, so Electrolyze, horrible card in the matchup. Thundermile Guide. I mean, it's still decent to close out the game. Do want to have Molten Rains. Do want to have Stony Silences. Probably cut one of these. Do want to have Ceremonious Rejection. Cutting 2 bolts, or is cutting 1 bolt, 1 path? Well, if we're cutting bolt, I mean, then we can cut everything, right? Be as efficient as possible. Alright. Let's try. Cutting all of our burn doesn't feel great. But don't see any option to not. Oh my god. Alright, it's a keep. It's a keep. I see it already. Like, we're not gonna fetch here, but come on, God. Come on, give us that land. Just need any land, except for basic plains. Basic plains wouldn't be good. Come on, God. Shimona. Land. Oh no. Oh no. Oh man. Alright. Didn't work out. Sure. Opponents also stuck on 1 land. So we need white-blue here. I'd say we're getting closer. We are getting closer. Alright, so what are we gonna discard here? I mean, cryptic commands still ways off. Opponent found the lands. And a Sylvan Scrying, I assume. Yes. So there's not much time for us left to find another land here. Clean up for opponents. At least we're not down on cards. Oh no, we actually had to discard some. Let's see. Yeah, alright. Cool. Thanks, Moto. Thanks. Spell color. Cannot believe this. Honestly, cannot believe this. Like, we have fucked him so hard, he wouldn't have been able to do anything. Just need 1 land. Thank you! And there's tapped land, of course, of course! Oh my god. Yeah. Sure, and there comes the Tron up the top. And an Ugin. World Breaker. It's even worse. You motherfucker. Yeah, it doesn't even make sense to Ceremonious Rejection it here. Well, Tron is better at finding lands than we are. Thank you. Pretty early. Pretty good. So we did have everything, and I'm certain that we would, like, with just 1 more land earlier, that we, yeah, alright. Never mind. Alright, cool. So, thanks for nothing. Cannot believe it. Moto. We should have just fetched. That was the actual mistake there. No, we should have mulliganed. That's actually my bad. I was too greedy. Shouldn't have just thrown the game away. I always do that, like, I don't know why. But like 1 out of 5, I'm just getting overly excited, and then it's just... Alright. 1 on the house. Yes, we would like to play first. Thanks. So opponent, hopefully nothing super fast or super much removal. Both would be bad. You know what would be even worse? Ponza. Alright. That's red-green Eldrazi. I can live with that. Yeah, I can live with that. That's a fun matchup for the last round. Probably gonna go with the Sacred Foundry here. Electrolyze, not entirely bad in the matchup. They do have Noble Hierarchs. They also do have Blood Braids, so a couple of targets that we can actually catch. Could also just go ahead here and block the Matter Reshaper with our Spellquire, but what good would that do us? Okay, Cavern of Souls actually not so bad for us, because we can catch that Thought-Knot that is coming here. Or is it another Matter Reshaper? Nope. It is not. And of course, I mean, they do run 4 bolts and some dismembers. So they can get rid of the Spell Queller. Just gonna attack here. We do not want to have the Thought-Knot come into play. Of course, at this point in the game, a Reality Smasher would be really bad. Then we would actually need to find something like a Path to Exile. Let's see what opponent does here. Okay, so apparently no Blood Braid, no Reality Smasher. Might be racing here. Counters the Blood Braid Elves, but doesn't counter any of the Eldrazi, so I'm gonna bottom this one. Do have another opt. Gonna go ahead, catch that one as well. The way he plays it, he probably does have a Lightning Bolt. But yeah, so alright. You do not have anything exciting in our hands. We're living off the top deck here. There comes a Noble Hierarch. Alright. No way, yet another lightning bolt. Man, that dude. That was pretty lucky. Certainly pretty lucky. Ah, great. Alright. I mean, cryptic command, which you can't cast this turn. So also easy loss. Cannot actually believe it. We're taking out all of our counter magic. Bringing in these. Bringing in settles. And we could also be bringing in Ruined Halos here. Guys, not great. It's worse than everything. Ruined Halos they can't get rid of. Thunder Malachite, very good in the matchup. Let's do like this. Man, this fucks me up again. There's like, don't want to waste this. It was a pretty fine league until now. Pretty fine. And then we win a big game. And then afterwards it's just high or pie, as they say. Okay. Keep going to fetch this for a Steam Vents. Oh my god. Turn 2 Thought-Knots here. Now we definitely need a Ceremonious Rejection here. But we also need a Bolt. We can't live with it. Shit. Molten Rain. Actually not the worst. But Thought-Knots here now and we're just fucked. Okay. So it's Reality Shaper. Matter Reshaper, I think. So what we can do here, probably kept the hand on the back of the Eldrazi Temple. We could be going ahead. Do we need double blue? No, we don't actually need double blue. We need double white and double red. So we could deploy Snapcaster Mage here in order to kill Matter Reshaper, or we just take it for a while. Okay. See your opponents. Okay, it does have another land, but no plays. Interesting. So here we do have Lightning Helix at the end of turn as well as Opt. Get a little bit of life back. Electrolyze. Of course we could also electrolyze it, but with Opt we have one more look. And we would like to draw another land. In order to kill the cavern as well, or the colored mana. Okay, another Matter Reshaper. Kitchen Finks. Well, Kitchen Finks is not a problem. That is totally fine. That is something for... Snap Consummate is a good card. Ancient Stirrings. Also good for him. We're probably gonna go... It's gonna Ancient Stirrings, look for lands. If he doesn't have one. Okay, he does have a Tireless Tracker. Sure. So I'm thinking about killing the Tireless Tracker here, like using Snapcaster Mage, blocking Kitchen Finks, killing Tireless Tracker with the Lightning Helix, get some life back, then have Electrolyze up to kill the Kitchen Finks again next turn. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna save your Tireless Tracker? What did you board? Got your response? Okay. So growth, of course, makes it a little bit unlikely. There's a Thought here. Okay, we can though target opponent. So we can name Thought here. Do not know how many lands he has access to. Could also just destroy the caverns. Probably the play is protect ourselves. Thought. No. Okay. And then go Electrolyze the Kitchen Finks and hope he doesn't have a Reality Smasher. Otherwise we need to draw. I mean, we still have at that point 7 outs at least. Alright, so there's gonna be a Reality Smasher. This is good. This is good. We can do that. Sure. So misplay by him to sequence it like this. And we're gonna kill the Bloodbraid here, obviously, over the Kitchen Finks. So he might not have a Reality Smasher. That's good news. Killing his lands doesn't make much sense anymore. Okay. Okay. Just digging a little bit. Can take 2 for a while, but what we cannot do is deal with the Reality Smasher. Now we can. So here comes the Thought-Knot that cannot target us. So it doesn't do anything, we don't have to waste anything on it. He did indeed draw a lot of lands. Ooze. Is this an ooze? Oothe. Yeah, I guess that's ooze. Yeah, I don't want to actually kill it here. Ooh. Well, there's also nothing that we need to use right now. We don't have a counter spell. Not seeing any lands that harm us yet. Sorry for the inconvenience with the Skype in between. I also do have a Pathfinder group that I DM, so that's why they always write in there. We're gonna discard the Molten Rain here. Get rid of the Reality Smasher. Alright, Spellcaller, he 100% has Lightning Bolts in hand. He's played this, yeah, they are coming. But he might also have Thought-Knot here, so. Another Reality Smasher. We cannot prevent. I mean, we could also try to do something weird here, like that's nonsense. And we need to draw a little bit hot here, preferably some amounts of. He also has Eldrazi Obliterator, or Obligator, Obliterator. There's Noble Hierarch. Okay, good draw. Got rid of 2 Reality Smashers, so it's only 50, like, hopefully we've gotten all of them for this game. That's really weird that he makes this attack and offers the trade. I'm just gonna block here. There's not much Snapcaster I can block, except for a Bloodbraid Elf. And then it's better if we have another Snapcaster Mage in our hand than wasting it on a Noble Hierarch there, although we would draw an additional card. Come on, not another one. Okay. So this is actually deploying Thornouts here. Don't think that you brought in something like... Yeah, mate. I mean, you know, that's what the Rune Halo is for. Flying Bolt. We also need to somehow win the game here at some point. So I would appreciate if we would draw anything that actually helps us. We could at some point just kill a Thornouts here to have a redraw here. But of course, this is also pretty okay. Domrirade. Comes in with 3 loyalty cards. So we can bolt it, then we can snap, bolt it, snap, electrolyze it. Draw cards. Reality Smash, oh no. So if we go Snapcaster here, electrolyze, then path with whatever electrolyzer yields us, so we can kill Domrirade at some point. Domrirade. I think that's a play here, right? Unless, of course, that's a really good card, but that's, of course, highly unlikely. Could, of course, also go like bold here. That seems too fancy. Yup, that's the card we want to discard. And now he's playing Gutteral Reswans. So he definitely still has some lands or some shit in his hands. Like, don't even know. Thornouts maybe. So I'll just consider Thornouts to be Reality Smashers to not be relevant here anymore. Won't play around it anymore. We've already caught 3. We haven't got anything good yet. Definitely hitting it, yeah. But it's a build that we don't, have to deal with. So, still a decent. Yes, there's another Reality Smasher. Good God, good God. Oh man, I feel like this is undeserved. What do you think? Yeah, we're taking blah, yeah. Yada, 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 and he has another blah. Yes, of course. It was the worst combination of possible cards. But, yet, it was a great leak. Hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, comment down below. Hope you join us again, and have a great day, guys.